DS1. I got DS2 here with me doing camera for now. So let's reveal what we're doing today. We've been talking on the stream about this shoot we had, this pickup shoot we had for Dimmer Star Day 7, trailer now available on YouTube, the Dimmer Star channel. And we had to build some things and shoot some things, and now the time has come to destroy some things. So we just have to rip some shit off and throw it away or save it. So if you've watched our other streams, we've been talking about the sort of development process, and then we did a little debrief on Thursday where we talked about the experience of our little skeleton crew shooting all of this stuff. We actually showed some stills from what we got raw out of camera, which is something I would have never done a couple of years ago. But we did it, and it's on YouTube now, and you can watch it. But please don't. No, actually, please do. So anyway, we gotta get rid of this shit. It's taking up way too much room. We gotta get the car back in the garage. We're in the garage. This is not a studio, even though doesn't it look so studio-like? I have it all set up so aesthetically. I don't like you in the camera because I can see your expression. What I'm saying, I don't like that.
I don't have to talk at all. I can just sit here and
No,
watch.
that's why you're like, oh, we're on camera. That's fine. It'll be the DS1 show today. So what I want to do, let's just get started. What I want to do is I want to save all the stuff that I can reuse, stuff that we bought that's metal or plastic that's not going to. Okay, let's talk about footprint a little bit. This kind of stuff gets to me. Movies use a lot of resources, even little indie films like ours. So we gotta keep our eye on the footprint. So I wanna save as much as possible, and then the rest is cardboard. It can't be recycled because it's spray painted and glued and Gorilla Glued and whatever. So unfortunately, that stuff will just have to go to the dump. But maybe we can kind of minimize it a little bit today. Because also, we wanna, like this. We did not use this in the shoot, by the way. I wanted to, but I forgot. But like stuff like this, stuff like the typewriter. Yeah, you talked about that. Like it's stuff I've had for years and years and years, and I got to finally use, and that meant I didn't have to buy as much. Hold on. Let me get out of the light. Look, you can see the typewriter. I didn't have to buy as much stuff, but like stuff we did buy, like. We bought us a little hose wheel, and it looks so cute and aesthetic. I'd love to save it and reuse it, probably repaint it for something in the future. That has not manifested in our imaginations yet, but by God it will, I'm sure of it. So, that's what we're doing today, and it'll be fun, I guess. It's necessary either way. So, what, do I just do this? I just start?
What's our scheme here? Where's our like save pile and where's our discard pile?
I'm gonna put the save stuff over on this little table, and then discard pile will be just a pile. I don't know. I have a garbage bag, but I'll probably just make my piles, and then I'll worry about getting it stored and stuff after stream, because that'll be boring to watch me put stuff in a box or in a garbage bag. Okay, let's just start it with this one. Okay. The whole thing, so what we're standing in is the inside of what was once this. This is a miniature of the machine that I built back in, 2018. Oh, don't show a close up of it, oh God. So this is what's being replaced in the film. You have such a maniacal look on your face right now. This is what was being replaced, as we speak, is being replaced by a much better version of this. There was also another piece, but it's already in the garbage. But as an act of catharsis and also of optimism, I'm going to just finally get rid of this. I was telling DS2 a minute ago that for whatever reason, I've just held on to this for years and years, even though I knew it wasn't gonna work in the movie as shot. So I just wanna be done with it. And these are Nerf darts. I didn't know that. So we can also see what it's made out of.
We're going to discover a lot today, I think.
I think so.
About ourselves.
So I say this is an act of optimism because, well, there's just no going back, I think, once we commit to stuff. I can't be like that anymore. I can't have my contingencies be shoeboxes painted bronze. That can't be my style anymore. So, it's not going to be. We got all our little Nerf darts. We also got, this is a coil from a hair dryer that was my boyfriend's grandma's hair dryer. He observed the other day. And some of the stuff ain't wanting to come on. A camera. More hair dryers. You can see my little guides that I made back when I was doing it. You can also see, this is true of every single thing we ever build, is tape. It's all taped. If you looked at the back of this, you'd see a lot of tape. So, tape. What is this, I wonder?
It's like a toy almost, maybe.
What is it, though?
I'm not gonna hazard a guess. I don't know. It's like a water wheel type Fisher Price thing, maybe. You mean like in the universe? Would it? Oh, maybe it's not that. It's a
That hurt. What is
computer part. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking. I think I'm embarrassing myself trying to figure out what this is. Somebody help us. What is that?
Yeah. I don't know, but I cut the shit out of myself just now.
Oops.
We got some bullets. Not real, of course.
Uh-huh. Hey, who am I?
Hey.
Howdy.
If only we had found that before, you could have worn a giant metal piece instead of
Right.
a plastic piece. That would have been fun.
No.
It looked really good. I don't know what this is, but it's some kind of toy piece. There's a lot of this stuff I think I was saving up because years ago we were going to film a trailer for a different feature film. My LED lights that are taped in here, I might just let these go. No, we'll get it. I'm gonna let these go. I changed my mind so rapidly just then. So she salvaged and gone.
3 points.
That felt good, I guess. Anyway, one thing we were doing a while back, years ago, we were gonna shoot just like a proof of concept trailer for another feature film that takes place in the Denver Story universe, universe. And so I had a lot of stuff that I just sort of gathered in preparation for that. Funny story, that proof of concept trailer was supposed to cost, was budgeted to cost what the entirety of Denver Star Day 7 ended up costing. So for a 5-minute trailer tops, we were gonna spend what we ended up spending on a almost 90-minute feature film. Just do the math on that. That's why we're in the garage right now, that's all. Got my knob, let me just grab these. And if we have anybody in chat, we're never gonna know about it, so.
No, we're not.
Oh, what? Will it show you on there?
Yeah, I see.
Work. Okay, I forgot about that.
Excellent form.
I wish my dad had seen that. He would have loved that. He would have loved that.
You mean he's not the one viewer we currently have right
Oh,
now?
goodness, I hope so.
Wouldn't
Hi,
that
Daddy! Did you see my golf swing? We also got to take out, we used some Christmas lights and they look so good, but I can kind of show you how it was. I can show you how it was. So we have these plastic bits that I had painted and distressed, and then this was sitting up in here. I love bubble wrap. Oh, okay, I can show this. Okay, here's one of I don't know if you can see this or not. This is used in the film. We had 7 of these. They're purple lanterns, and basically it's kind of like this. It's LEDs with bubble wrap. I just like how they act with the bubble wrap. It makes it look kind of like gel in some way. Like, didn't we talk about with these, it's like filled with some kind of gel and these sort of like little light nodes or something. And it looks really crazy on screen when they're on. And go watch the trailer. Watch Dimmer start it. You could say him in the trailer. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can. But I definitely need my Christmas lights back. Because of Christmas in 11 months. Is bubble wrap recyclable?
I don't think so.
No, that sucks.
Maybe though, we'll look it up.
So, because you don't see a lot of this stuff get put together. So, what do you imagine? You're not imagining. You're probably imagining I'm doing stuff like this, right? You're imagining the duct tape and the bubble wrap, or
You mean like as you're making it?
I guess, or I guess, what did you think when you saw it? What did you think it was made out of?
Oh.
Did you think it looked like this behind here?
Not really. Heck, I don't think the only time I saw it turned on was when we shot, I think.
Yeah.
So I didn't really process much that day.
No, it was a lot. It was a lot.
I did process my meat thermometers that I lent to the cause.
Hell yeah.
They were pretty cool, man. Nicely distressed.
I forgot there was so much. What if I needed another shot and I just realized it? Like, oh my god, we have to keep this. It would be too late.
Yeah, that thought crossed my mind when I trimmed my beard this week. I was like, I'm killing this character for the foreseeable future.
That's when you would have gotten a text from me 5 minutes later, like, hey, I need to get a still of you.
I was dreading that, yeah.
It's all just glued, just barely glued on there. It was supposed to. I think in our last stream when we were doing it out here, I said it needs to last one more week, and while we were shooting, it was actively falling apart. So it lasted just enough time. Cause like, look how easily this stuff comes up, and y'all were like doing business with this stuff, so we kept having some pop-offs, which is fine. I need some gloves. That's what I need. When I need a break, we'll switch, and you can rip stuff.
Cool.
But I'm just getting going. Blitz your switch.
The fateful switch.
This is a flower pot, or is that what it's called? You know.
Flower, you put flowers in it?
You know, where flowers come in it, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And taped. I don't know if you can see it. It's just some screen in there. Really cute. Really, we are Weta Workshop up in here. So.
Yeah, man.
Which is to say, we are not Weta Workshop up in here.
So when you're making this stuff, are you thinking about the lighting that's going to be on it or anything like that, or like
Trying
angles?
To. I don't know if you remember the shot we got of this, but we put one of these little LEDs next to it, so it caught it. It was catching we had like a sort of tungsten light going, just sort of lighting all this up. We had the screen in the background, which was our key, but then we had these cute little colored lights that we could place in shots, and it would get nice little highlights.
Mm-hmm.
So that didn't work exactly like I thought, but it still gave such a cool aesthetic. Is that what you asked me? Lighting? Yeah. But also some of it was, I was really hoping that screen would be our main thing, and it was.
Mm-hmm.
Screen? Silk is what I meant to say. Where we wouldn't have to futz with a lot of like, I think we're using more lights right now than we actually did for that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as lighting setup, because we had such a gorgeous look with that silk. See, now I don't have the dexterity with these gloves then. I love these little things, whatever they were, that you picked up at Lowe's. I think they're like,
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. It said on the package what they were, but I don't really remember. Something about electrical stuff. See, it looks so technical, but then you figure out that artists don't have any sort of technical knowledge like that. It's just like, we can reach an aesthetic, but beyond that, it's like, whoa, what is this for?
And a very temporary aesthetic too.
Very temporary. Hey, if I could put this in my house, I would have, you know? But
It's kind of like sand paintings or.
ooh, like Indian, what do? They do those, it's with colored sand where they just like pour it and it's so gorgeous, but then you're supposed to wipe it.
They throw it in a river, I think, after they're done with it. Yeah.
So cool. And tragic. The ephemera.
That thought hit me watching Drag Race this week. Just how like, you know, they talk about how their makeup deteriorates pretty quickly and like the stuff falls off or whatever. So it's all just meant for that one moment or that maybe 1 or 2 hours.
I was thinking of Drag Race a lot when I was doing y'all's costumes. DS3's costumes, I had to hot glue a lot, and that's one thing they always like make fun of queens for. On that, it's like, oh, you got your hot glue going. It's like, hey, like some of us don't know how to stitch or sew, so hot glue, baby. It works for as long as it needs to. That hurt. I didn't want to break her. I found more of these weird styrofoam pieces in a box you had given me.
Oh yeah.
And I just failed to see them down at the bottom. Oh man, I wish I could have used them because they're so weird looking.
Yeah.
This is the part I'm dreading is I put all these little screws and everything. Why would I do that? Any more screws that you can see?
I do not see any.
That hurts my heart for some reason.
Yeah, this is like anti-ASMR or something. Like this is painful sounds.
Ripping and pulling and tearing.
Yes.
What you're hearing is my heartstrings. She and I have spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
That's fine. We committed it. To camera. See, I hate styrofoam. Who made up styrofoam? This doesn't ever go away. And here I am using it. Like a hypocrite. You're gonna start to see what each box is. So this is a priority mail box. Ow! This is a Lacoste shoebox, I'm pretty sure. Cherubs back where they belong. But doesn't have my dress on. Let's just do that. What is this?
That is a baby gate piece, I think.
I keep showing my dress. God damn it! Don't look. Hopefully it's as pixelated as last time.
Burkos is gonna get you doxxed, man.
Guess what shot I watched for way too long last night?
I bet I know.
And I think I lied to you. I said I had 3 shots just of the wheel. I have 5 shots of the wheel. And they're all just this. It's just this. And they're our longest takes. Like,
See, suddenly we have 10 viewers, 100 viewers. Keep doing that, just the whole time.
That'd be great. Cool. I just know because DS3 parks his car in here, and I just know I'm gonna give him a flat tire. I just know it.
I can see his face when it happens too.
He knows it's gonna happen. Yeah, he's been preparing for it, I think, too.
I do like hoses.
These used to be, what are they called? Tea light candles? I never worked there actually. So during Christmas, I was just burning like 5 tea light candles. I don't know, a day, or like 10 a day to try to get as many. And I ran out. I had like 50 of these, and I ran out. I don't know why I'm saving them, but they're metal.
These are switches that we had to be very careful with while we were shooting.
Yeah, it was this one that kept flying off. Yeah. It was funny at the end of every take, like, it would be like, y'all would get back to 1, and then I would see your hand come in.
Yeah.
every take.
Well, one of the stage directions for me was I had to reach over as if I was going to press one of these, and then DS3 had to grab my hand and throw it away. So I had to think both, I'm intentionally going to grab one of these switches and press it or twist it, but I'm not going to hit it, even when he makes me panic and moves very quickly.
Yeah, guess what? We never got that. We never once, I don't think, got that.
We did it a lot, too.
We did. We did. It's alright. It's alright. It was a very small beat. I'm so thankful for these. This was such a good idea. This is a zucchini. It's actually quite dangerous. Look, you can see the.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
But I just found it, and then DS3 saw it glued, and he was like, "Oh, that's where that went." I was like, "Oh, sorry."
You can still use it, I'm sure.
Yeah, what's the big deal? We have a steampunk rake now, so we just kind of are stuck with that. Let me show it off here. This is what we are going to be raking the leaves with now. This is how I rake leaves.
So you're going to be doing yard work with the object that, in your mind, was used to destroy that temple over there.
To destroy her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you going to feel about that? Raking leaves with that?
Well, newsflash, I don't rake leaves. So.
Well, there you go.
I don't do that shit. I don't think we have any leaves to rake. We live in a city, and they don't like trees in the city, and it bothers me. Are these magnetic? What?
Wow.
Why is that magnetic? That's cool. What is this? Is this radioactive?
Maybe.
You gave me this.
It was on my busted down lawnmower, man. I just packed it up. I really should have changed the oil on that lawnmower more.
What is it? Like, what am I looking at? Like, where does this go on a mower?
Somewhere in the engine.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey! This is the only thing that is as heavy as it actually looks. this shit down and get it flat. That's gonna take a hot minute, so I don't want to do that on stream. That would be boring as hell. I mean, this might be boring as hell too. It doesn't feel like it though.
Cardboard, metal. Cardboard, metal. Alchemy, man.
Hell yeah. I need a screwdriver. The screwdriver handy. Well, let me just strip the big stuff again.
So what is that object?
I bet. I don't know. What is it? It's just a thing. I don't know. I'm not sure. Something we got at Lowe's. I'm cruising for a bruising. He will kill me when he gets a flat tire. Oh no, don't look at that. There we go. Don't look at the unpainted side. That is a sin of the highest order. Bro, to hang myself with later.
That would be really sad.
Don't worry, it won't hold.
That's a good point.
I didn't say I would kill myself with it. I'll just hang my. It'll be like autoerotic asphyxiation. That is dying. So never mind. Let's stop making suicide jokes. It's in very poor taste.
True.
Here we got some egg drop soup container that has been painted with some neon.
Looks tasty.
Some vaporwave all up in this gig. More bubble wrap because I have the one idea.
Let me see the bubble wrap on the lights. I don't think we got a good shot of that last time. That's cool.
If I could plug them in, that would be neat, but I cannot. She's glued. Oh, see, they're on a screw. And a nail. What are these things? I have like 3 of these. I don't know what they're for.
Huh, light box, maybe for a light switch? I don't know. Whoa.
Take my damn screws out first. That's my really lazy way of trying to make things look metal is just stick a screw in it. Any more? I don't know. So next step is I'm gonna add these scenes together hopefully this weekend. And see if we actually got what we think we got last weekend.
What do we think we got?
Well,
Like, spiritually.
Well, I think we got a new wrinkle in the tail. You know, we've been looking at what's been picture lock for 3 years? Almost like, and so now to have this new thing to look at and to make it feel like the film we shot 4 years ago, but also have it add something new. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what we got, man. I don't know. And that sounds negative, but it's not because I'm very over the moon about what we got. But it's just like. It's a swing. Let me say that. It's a swing. But that's the rest of the movie, I feel like. So, in that way, it fits in.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Did Lucas shoot new stuff for the 90s re-releases?
Yes.
Okay.
He did. He shot some new Mos Espa plates with like people walking through. Not Espa. Oh my God, that was a Star Wars sin I just committed. Mos Eisley plates for A New Hope, where they, I think, those shots of like the Rontos and the extended sequence of Luke and Obi-Wan driving into Mos Eisley with like the Womp Rats and all that. He had to shoot some new footage for that. I think they shot some new Wampa stuff for Empire, because before it was just like a puppet.
That's right.
You could only like see it come at camera. You could see it kind of like moving behind icicles and stuff. But they shot that stuff with a big new suit and all that, and you could see its arm get chopped off and all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
I know. I've always known this because George Lucas is my favorite person in the entire universe. I just didn't. I knew that I was gonna do the special edition thing, like just to always be shooting on the same movie even 40 years later. I just didn't know it would be on the movie that I hadn't finished yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to finish and release and then do a special edition, but we're just gonna keep shooting this one into perpetuity. No, we are not.
So you can't do exactly what George did. You have to do something different.
But I want to do what George did. Exactly. You brought this too. I didn't get to use it.
Oh, yeah.
Did you? I just heard a screw go ping ponging somewhere.
It's over there somewhere, yeah.
Ugh.
And look at some gauges. And of course, strange locale here. It's weird, the way these are positioned, it almost makes it seem like these are little models that some of the miners have set up in their quarters on the machine. Yeah.
Okay, some of these are glued a little too good.
Find some light reading here by candlelight. Ooh, don't go back there.
My God. Okay. This one's not going on like this. Oh, so you don't know I did stuff like this. Here's a good example. I custom cut the cardboard so that stuff would fit a little more flush.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Because after a while, it started to look like just stuff sitting on top of cardboard. It didn't look like it was all built and part of, these components. In my mind, like, this was probably all one big piece that had a lot of internal mechanism and stuff, and it just wasn't reading like that, so I had to... It's really basic now that I'm saying it. I don't know why I'm too demanding about that. I cut some cardboard custom. Celebrate me.
No, it gives it more weight though. Makes it look heavier.
Oh, she is glued. Okay, here's another example of my dumbassery. Get a close up of. I spent some time doing a little custom cut, put a little gels back here so we could put a light in here and have blue coming through this vent, and then I spray painted over it. So it didn't happen.
Well,
So.
it's got a cool aesthetic now
Oh, great.
for our Twitch live stream.
That's good. Just what I wanted. Some of my techniques I used for these girls back here didn't translate to this very well. Well, that's all right. 11 more. Oh.
Something grotesque about what just happened there. But it was interesting too.
It was like an anal beads type of thing going on? Or?
Sort of.
Yeah. That was. I hate that we said anal beads on Twitch right now. I don't like that.
That wasn't the exact image I was thinking of, but I think it fits.
Entrails. What were you thinking of?
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
had way more of these cool pieces, and I didn't know about it. I could have used these throughout. Like, I love these little corner pieces, but...
Give her some curves.
Yeah, I have 3 more of them that I knew nothing about.
Well, there's far more of the machine we haven't seen yet, so we can just, save those.
You know the lightsaber fight?
Sure.
Trust me, you do not.
You've had many hours of practice, I know.
I was once a Jedi. I was the saber master, bitch.
Master bitch.
See something funny. There's Russian on this, and there, I believe, is a red star hat that I bought at a costume shop on a church trip, and I got in trouble for it because it has a sickle and all of that on it.
Oh, communism! Watch out, man.
Yeah. I bought it just on a church retreat, and I was wearing it on the bus, and they were like, "Hunter, you have to take that off right now." Okay. Whatever. I didn't know what communism was when I was, 13. I still don't at 34, but I like it. Alright, I think these are the last of... No, it's not. Ah, crap. I just need to make sure I don't forget these when I dispose of this. I don't know why I'm worried about these. Plastic. God, plastic.
I think they're quite cheap too at Lowe's. We want to get any more for future stuff.
Yeah, they were so useful. To finish off some of my, see what that looks like without it versus that.
Yeah.
It just really, I don't know, in my mind, it really belies the cardboard, but then you put a different texture, it looks like there's some kind of riveting or seaming that was done. At least in my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
It probably just looks like painted cardboard to other people, but to me it looks like a steampunk fantasy. Okay, I think I got all the pieces I could get off. I'm worried about these guys, because these are Gorilla Glued to the actual table underneath. So
That'll be fun to see.
but they work just fine.
Is there any substance that dissolves Gorilla Glue or anything, or that you know of that
Time. The plasma of time.
thousands of years from now that will still be glued to that table right there?
Probably. And that's fine with me, honestly. I have to leave my mark somehow, right?
There you go.
When it's all sitting together, it doesn't look that much, but
The switcher. Oh, I watched Ridley's latest last night. I watched The Last Duel.
yeah, how's that?
I thought it was good. It's wild.
Yeah, I heard it's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And I hear that it's millennials' fault that it bombed. It's our fault that it bombed.
No, yeah, Keiichi told me that. Like, he said something about that.
I thought that was pretty funny. It was like, no, we don't want to see your rape story. We don't want to go to the theater during a pandemic to watch your, like, someone get raped from 3 different angles to the film or whatever it is. And it's like, yeah, some of us don't want to see that right now. We're not going to choose that for our intake.
I was kind of shocked by how similar it is to Alien in feel and tone in a lot of ways. Yeah, oh yeah. Just the, that masculine world that Alien creates for Ripley to navigate. I mean, all the good movies in that series do, but Alien especially. But yeah, it's really going on in that one for sure.
Will you recommend it?
I would, yeah.
I mean, I thought the trailers it looked good. Like, the film looked pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But I was turned off by his rhetoric.
Yeah.
And I felt like a personal attack. Like, listen, I haven't seen a lot of new movies just because movies are a lot right now.
Yeah.
Especially a movie like that.
Yeah, I watched it without hearing that about what he said until after. So that might color some things.
Yeah, well, he has his opinions. All old people, first of all, they don't know who millennials are. Let me tell you that. Because we're like almost middle-aged. We're just a few years out from being middle-aged.
Uh-huh.
We're millennials. We're just like your basic, like, default year millennials. Fucking shit to hear so many people blame us for like this, that, and the other. And who they're trying to blame, even still wrongly, is like people 10, 15 years younger than us. Look how much gray I have, bitch. I am not a teenager, but to Ridley Scott, I personally, as a refutation of him as a person, did not go to see The Last Duel. Oh, millennials don't care about movies no more. Right, we don't. That's why we're sitting here doing this. We hate movies. We hate a good epic.
Indeed we do.
I'm trying to get to the point where I can reveal, hopefully not to the buyer who I got this off of eBay from, but reveal what I had to do to get this little piece to sit in this little cardboard box. It was a lot. And then I just ruined it. This is an antique gauge from some car that I don't know or care about, but I'm sure whoever sold it to me thought it was going to be really cared for. And it was. Just got in the way, I'm sure they imagined for their little gauge.
Well, they just thought it'd be put into a, like, terrestrial machine, something from this planet. We put it into a other kind of machine.
Yeah, that's fine. This is tearing out my little Game Boy hands right now. Putting these in is a lot less painful than taking them out. I won't have fingernails left after this.
What do you think the carbon footprint of the machine is?
Oh my goodness. Just belching.
Like 1 million cars, maybe?
An hour?
Yeah.
Where's my I got all this snow. Also in Furcos's chair. If y'all, well, okay. There's this really weird video we have on our YouTube channel if you want to go watch it. It's called Copper Mayday, and why am I bringing it up? Well, you should just go watch it. It's very strange, and it's actually our top performing video on YouTube, and that scares me because it's kind of demented. But you should go watch it. Oh, it doesn't have this chair in it. Does it have this chair in it? Yes, it has this chair in it. Mm-hmm. Does it?
Wait.
Oh yeah, you're always in that chair, right? You're always sitting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not you, but
right,
someone.
right. And you're always standing.
What if one? Okay, Halloween this year. I go as Furcos, you go as Solas.
Oh yeah, that'd be
what
good.
What would happen?
Nothing pretty, but something worth filming, I think.
I think we would both offend each other.
Yeah, I think so. Our representations of the characters would be way off.
Yeah, it would be too mean, probably.
Mm-hmm.
We get into a fight at Halloween. That is not how Solas acts, okay?
Just picturing that with Farkas's mask on. You saying that?
Hearing my voice.
We have to speak Don too. We have to like argue with each other in Don.
Alto.
Physical City.
Alto. That was right?
I think
That's
so.
Not, or something to do with not.
Yeah, is not maybe.
Is not. Alto Solas. And that's all the darn I know. Is a name, is a proper noun and a word. Kiniliki. No, I'm trying to forget. Spoken Don.
You want to speak Don while you're tearing apart the set?
If I could do that part in the movie where Solas is like chanting, like his battle chant.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could remember that so I could do little rituals out here.
Yeah, there's something about a machine and what he says there. I can't remember what it is.
Look, this is gonna look so legit.
All right.
So I had to basically, because I couldn't find my wire cutters anywhere, I had to fish this down into the innards, so it felt very real. But it was just because I didn't have a wire cutter. Thanks, eBay!
This is so weird.
Thank you. Hooray.
It does make me think about, like, in universe, at some point in history, this machine has to get stripped down by somebody. So there's a story in there.
Yeah, I just hope it's not me. Because this is almost as tedious as building it. And I built it over 3 weeks, so. It does kind of, just on a personal level, irritate me just that, like, I really was just out here putting, like, I think I put this together, like, a week ago. Like, this was one of the last things I assembled. It was probably, like, last Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday. And here I am just busting it up like nothing! It irritates me. I'll see. She's gorilla glue. Don't show that. I'm trying to protect our address from being seen. The evil machine.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna clear this off, and then we're gonna switch. And you're gonna, I don't know what you're gonna do. But
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
I'm just gonna take a break. I'm gonna give my fingertips a break. So how's everyone doing? I don't know if we have any viewers, but how's everybody doing? How are you doing, DS2?
I'm doing great.
You cold?
No.
Good.
This is quite a fun way to spend a Saturday afternoon. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, yeah, do more movements. Perfect.
Wait, okay, I'll do what you were doing.
Okay, now start speaking in tongues.
I was giving y'all just like very direct, actionable directives, I should say. Like, there's the temple, you see the temple, you're going uphill. In DS2, the way he decided to play this was, okay, you guys are going uphill. Perfect.
You did
Golden
say,
Globes.
I guarantee you said, I heard at some point during that day, big movements. Big movements. Make everything just big.
Right. You are absolutely right, I did say that. Meaning, like, instead of that, you go, not. It's fine. It's fine. You only ruined 4 takes. And the only takes we have is the 4. But that's okay.
You say ruined, I say created something entirely unique.
Both are true.
Yeah.
Our VFX artist, he knows about it. He's prepared for the DS2 shimmy, the method shimmy that was going on.
Ah, yes.
There's just so many little fucking things. It's alright. I can get her. Or her. I need a screwdriver to peel these up. Or else.
Garage door thingy majig?
Garage door?
I'm not sure what. No, that's not a garage
It's
door.
a
What is
light. I think you put it up in a. You know,
that? Oh, I see. Okay.
I think. That's not what we used it for, but. Got some thumbtacks. Because we're poor. And resourceful.
I just saw 18-year-old DS1 for a second.
No, that was terrible. That was terrible.
He returns.
Back from the dead. Look, I painted this blue for you. Because I thought you would appreciate the detail of having one of the tubes be blue.
I really did. Yeah, it looks cool. And it's not like a typical steampunk color to see, you know.
Yeah, you really inspired me with it's on live stream if you want to watch it. Well, I guess it's not live anymore, but it's on your YouTube when we were painting some of this stuff and we were having all those color talks.
Yeah.
I really was inspired by that afterward, and I wanted it to carry through more color, and I'm glad we did because there isn't much color. Why? Why? You have betrayed me, oven knob. You turned her against me! Oh, there we go. And I have done that myself. Alright. Alright. I'm going to interview you for a second. Before I start the rest of the... Ooh, too close, too close. There's DS2!
Hi. You want me to deconstruct things or?
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man.
I want to tear something up.
I was just set.
All right. Around the gloves.
That did not work.
There we go.
I think that was a Christmas mailing or something.
Well, we got us some rope. You said you're going to break these down later, or break those down later. I got you.
Yeah. You can try to. You can try. I have no idea how it's adhered, but maybe we could take these off first so they don't go everywhere.
That's a good idea. feels like a hardware show.
Yeah, Tool Time with DS2.
Which that's a show that would just port into the Dimmer Star universe without much change, right?
Oh, totally.
Al Borland and Tim the Toolman.
Tim is definitely a son of Talos, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a weird association with Day 7 and Home Improvement, which is when we were doing principal photography, we were like, DS3 was watching it. And so between storyboarding and building sets and doing my costume meetings, blah, 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 I would come home and watch Home Improvement. And it was always so, like, not fun because it's a very misogynistic, like, homophobic, like, show from the era. And I associate it with my childhood, watching it with my parents. And so I was making Day 7, Dimmer Star Day 7, and taking in Tim Allen's brand of boomer humor, and boy, it was a lot.
Yeah, it's not much.
I know. If you don't want to do that, we could get a screwdriver.
Just some of them were deep in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that show just having so many good feelings when I watched it as a kid, you know?
Totally.
But yeah, it's a different experience now. Tim Allen too. He's in a lot of stuff that's really important to me.
Right, our childhoods.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get around to the Santa Claus this year. I know,
We watched it.
Yeah, I know y'all did, but damn, I couldn't really do that this year. It's funny.
Yeah.
We just stick to Jingle All the Way, which that one's pretty problematic too, but at least it has Anakin in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was filmed. That had to have been filmed a year before Phantom Menace.
Yeah. He looks the same as he does in the behind the scenes when he's signing his little contract.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the same era Jake Lloyd.
Boy, if you only knew.
You know what? Fuck Star Wars fans, man.
Yeah.
Fuck them. That's the worst. He did so good. When I was... Okay, we've talked about this. He used to be a prequel basher. Mm-hmm. I have always been a fervent prequel defender with my very life. However, I did get affected by the talk about Jake Lloyd a little bit. And when Attack of the Clones came out, I remember talking to my uncle and being like, yeah, but don't you think he didn't do very good in the Phantom Menace? And he was like, he was 10 years old. He's 10. How would you have acted when you were 10 years old? And I was like, you're right. And then as a filmmaker now and as an adult, my God, he did so good. Yeah. I totally understand why George Lucas cast him, because the naturalism that he brings and just that bright-eyed whatever magic that Jake Lloyd had in that movie, it was totally worth, I think, the moments where he had to workshop him so much. And he talks to that speaks to that in the documentary where he's like, yeah, it's slower going, but the moments that he shines are so elevated to what a normal performer could do because he's really finding the true emotion to it. And as a 10-year-old, my God.
Yeah, I love how, I hate it, but kids in movies get so much hate.
Oh my God.
There's so many expectations for them to be look cool. I don't know.
I know.
That's kind of not what kids are.
Right. When a kid acts like a kid in a movie, it's deemed bad.
Yeah.
It's but wait.
You remember in The Sixth Sense, you have Haley Joel Osment's character and one of his friends, or he goes to a birthday party of this kid who's a commercial actor or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the prototype that I want to see in movies.
Right.
But Haley Joel Osment's really good in that movie, so. And he's not cool at all. He's cool.
Didn't he get nominated for an Oscar or something for that? Not that it matters, but. Do you want to switch back? Sure. I gotta find a screwdriver to get these plates up. Here. Come on. Menagerie.
Menagerie a trois.
No.
It sounded like Palpatine
No.
responding.
No.
Not tonight.
For me. Even better. I'm gonna get these gloves before I start hammering and pulling. You know, I just didn't think about disassembly. I just did not. That's the bridge too far. See how easy that was? I looked like a man doing that.
Uh-huh. Give us a nice. Oh.
I had to undo my manliness. Just so I could feel better about myself. Okay. That was my man. That didn't sound like a man. It sounded like I don't know. Hippopotamus noise, whatever that would be. I wonder what everyone else is doing on this beloved Saturday.
Watching football.
No shit, that did not occur to me. What if real things were built this shoddy? this where you could just bink.
Yeah.
You could take your house apart this easily. Fine purchase.
I remember having that thought as a kid when I first realized that film sets weren't really real, that like they just build them for the movies. And I just had the thought, like, can't we just make our houses like this? Can't we just make a room that looks like this cool room that...
Right. But it's like, honey, that's paper mache.
Right.
You
you can do that.
But then you have to worry about mold.
Right. You will die soon.
And stupid little things. DS1, what did you do all this? I'm referring to myself as DS1, even though on your stream you refer to me as DS2. I just you are to this day are still doing that. I just want
Consistently good.
Yeah. It's
I don't know
great.
who does those streams on Tuesday nights. I can't vouch for him.
Well, I won't vouch for him, but I know who it is. It's you. Well, this past time you referred you referred to DS2. You said something about DS2 blah blah blah, and it took me a minute. You're like, oh, he's talking about me, because it sounded like a minute you were talking about you, and it was like he's doing third person. Oh no, he's trying to talk about me, but I forget that in his mind he's number one. In my mind, I'm number one.
Sure.
Go figure. Go.
Or maybe I see no distinction between us. You ever thought of that? The world soul, you know?
Okay, you're trying to make it beautiful, but it's not. I was almost on the hook for that too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and then I was like, no, he's just trying to weasel out of it.
Yes.
Using language that I would I would like.
Sure.
That was a manipulation, a failed manipulation.
We are all made of stars.
But only one of us is one.
Oh, mic drop.
And it's you. It's you.
It's you, damn it.
I want it to be me so bad, but it's not. Fucking shit, this hurts. I mean, freaking poop, this hurts.
Freaking poop.
Freaking poop, as the boomers would want us to say. Bad language is a no-go. Worst thing you can do. Is the vulgar. Okay, I think I have like 3 more of these, and then I can rip some cardboard. Just kidding, there's 10 more of these. My God. It's been long enough now that I can't remember how I put any of this together, so it's going to be a surprise. How this is all assembled to itself.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fun. It'll be a fun surprise.
Big puzzle.
Are you fucking kidding me? What are you hoping for out of these scenes? Like, have you thought that far ahead? Like, what are you... Is that even a healthy way of thinking? Like, having an expectation?
Right. Okay. I'm hoping for... How do I put this?
Don't offend me.
I know. I'm trying to be very careful here. Okay, so you know how, like, all the forest stuff... We have swords there, we have guns there, but there's nothing, like, surrounding us with artificiality or whatever. Mm-hmm. This is like that. Like, if we jump into a macro of the sword, you know, or like, you just kind of envelop us in sharp, hard, claustrophobic, you know? Yeah. Because everything else is so open in those scenes. And comforting, even though a lot of what you're seeing is not comforting, but like, you're still out in the woods. Most of the trees are having a good time, you know? But in this environment, it's all just like, you're surrounded by it.
You still danced around what you wanted.
Did I? Contrast?
Okay. So
Contrast of scene?
I failed to put it together. Yeah. So you're looking for the contrast.
Yeah.
I think that is doable because it's kind of, well, I guess it's something that kind of what I was speaking to, like you're trying to find a look that fits with something we shot 4 years ago. We're in totally different mind spaces. We're different people. My aesthetic has progressed, hopefully, so like trying to find something that's new, but then it fits in.
Yeah.
And is like juxtaposed. I just hope all of that, we got the right ingredients.
Yeah. Well, because we talked about, like, in the opening of the movie, it starts out in a very specific aesthetic that's interior, but then it cuts suddenly to exterior, you know, an entirely different feel. Whereas this one, it's the interior cutting into and working with the exterior, I guess.
Right. Yeah, because in the beginning of the film, you said that you don't get to see, like, peep outside. And this is like a inside-outside kind of thing. You see the outside rolling by, but it's bound. Like
right.
It's out there. All right, so you can kind of see the sleeve I made. So, like, it just slides off, and you can see this is glued and taped. Like I said, all of our stuff is glued and taped. Just from some moving boxes. Dress out of it.
There you go.
I was the costume designer for these. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm the costume designer for the movie, but I didn't put any of them together for the movie except y'all's. That was fun. So I feel confident that I could make a dress out of cardboard now for myself.
Sure.
Having never made a dress or worn a dress before, that's not true. And never having made a dress before, I glued some coveralls. And that was my assembly that I did.
Mm-hmm.
I hot glued some coveralls together.
Did you ever go into any, like, box mazes, like Halloween parties when you were a kid and stuff? Like, I don't know if they did it where you grew up, but like they would put together a bunch of these boxes and just make mazes out of them that you crawl through.
Whoa.
That was my jam. Except for one time when I was a kid, there was a bigger kid in there trying to scare people, and like he would just crawl up on you and just like hit you.
Oh, Lord.
And he hit me and almost like tore my eye out. Like it hit my exposed eye. And so I'm crawling through this dark maze thinking, is my eyeball hanging out? I couldn't see out of it, you know, and I couldn't see anything anyway. So I got out finally, and that was fine, but I had to get some like eye drops and stuff.
That's scary.
I know. I love those mazes so much. That really.
But then it became dangerous.
Yeah, it got real all of a sudden.
That's the scariest part of haunted houses. Is like you just have to trust that people aren't gonna act crazy.
Oh yeah.
But like they're meant to act crazy, so you. Yeah. There are also times, you know what I'm about to say, when you're at a haunted house with your best friend, and you were locked in a room with a horny fireman that's his shtick, is to be scared. This rather rotund fireman with his shirt off, and he corners you against the wall and is saying weird things to you and freaking you out, and your best friend leaves, exits the room, is like, see ya, and goes into a maze. So when I extricated myself, because this is of course about me and him, when I extricated myself from the horny fireman, I could not find DS2 in this dark maze, and he was probably just cackling, running away from me.
I wasn't cackling. I was trying to get out of there. I was not feeling good about that place.
So why I decided to keep putting myself in harrowing situations with this man, I don't know, because I know that if things go down, I'm fucked. He's big and strong and manly. I am the opposite of that, and he would just leave my ass. He would just leave my ass in the dust.
Predictability.
Yeah. That's what we'll call it. I kind of want to take pictures of, like, look at that. That's so cool looking to me.
Yeah.
Art. All right, look, we got paint, a whole table. There isn't that much paint on it, no primer. That's good.
Oh yeah, good.
Done with that one. Now I gotta take some more screws out and do that to this. This one's gonna be a little more challenging because, as I said, some of the components are Gorilla Glued directly to the plastic table.
Interesting.
My hope for this scene, I have a lot of hopes for this scene, but one of them is just to be just a shock to the system a little bit. Because the movie is like, got this weird small scale, big scale to it, and I think when you're watching something like, okay, for instance, The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance on Netflix that everybody should watch. I love that feeling where you can't guess the ceiling of a film or something you're watching, where you think especially as a filmmaker, you're like, okay, I see the sets they've got, I see what they're doing, we're gonna be in this space for a while, we're gonna be doing this, that, and the other, and probably the big stuff is gonna come later on, and it'll expand for the third act and then be done. But I like that feeling of like just never ever finding a ceiling, and I feel like this scene is gonna help with that feeling to me, where it's like you're gonna see this big machine, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, they got their CG machine going through the woods, but then we're gonna hop inside it and get to meet some people and to see them up close and see exactly what they're doing and see the human drama that's going on for a minute, and that's cool. Like I don't think that's gonna be an expectation, because the cast, while in my mind is large, in a movie it's kind of small.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like you're seeing 30 different people. You're seeing like 9 key people the whole time, which is a big cast, but it's not like Gosford Park, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the shock factor is good, because that's like because we get pretty settled in the movie with one particular area, one particular set.
Yeah, in the second act. Yeah.
And it's a beautiful set. I think it's a really cool. We shoot the hell out of it, and you know, like it looks really cool. But then the next step is, can we go somewhere else and, you know, make it feel just as compelling?
Yes. We'll see. Well, see. I've almost seen all of the footage. Almost. Tonight, I will begin the editing process. Do you see more screws? Oh, there's one. Sorry, I'm ruining your shop. Okay. Ooh, I'm really worried about these switches, man. I don't know what to do yet. Here's also how ghetto we are. I just have something propping that up right now. That's okay. God bless. I'm gonna work around this. What if it started making metal noises with metal? It was like.
We should edit that in.
To the YouTube video, like make this all sound like I'm just legit just pulling apart metal.
That would be really cool.
When we were shooting, like me and DS3 were moving these, and you said, "Y'all just looked so strong." Because like, I thought that was funny. Oh, I have an errant screw. Let's have an errant screw. No. That's a cool, we should make a short film called The Errant Screw.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's just about people fucking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a porno. Ooh, you can see the shine on her.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, see, that wasn't too bad.
So what are you trying to salvage? You're trying to salvage the switches at least?
I'm gonna salvage the switches, yeah. Great. I'm not gonna have to salvage this because these are not. This isn't even a plate. Look, it's just foam. Would you have never known that? You thought that was metal or plastic, but it's foam. That's stupid. I was lamenting when we were making the movie, like because we had one set that was pretty much all paper, not all paper mache, but there's a lot of paper mache. We made like a cave out of paper mache, and I was just like lamenting it, like, ooh. And finally, our producer's like, DS1, every movie has paper mache. Like, that's what you're looking at. And I was like, really? And she was like, yes, chill out. I wanted it to be like, let's build a cave out of rock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why we can't do that. Kind of like what you were saying. Let's build our houses out of, let's make, Star Trek our house.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, that's cardboard and what have you. All right. There's that. These guys. Because I knew these guys were getting so much business, so I just made sure that they were in there, but those other ones came out okay. Still gonna leave resin there, but I guess it's better than just having 8 switches sticking up out of my table. Lowe's really liked seeing us. Well, the employees didn't. I'm sure the CEO liked it when we walked in.
Oh, yeah.
None of the actual workers, the ones that are running the business, but the people who are making the most money. We're glad to see we were buying a million wall plates and switches.
And destroying them.
The cashier did not like us, but I wouldn't either. I would have been cussing us for weeks on end. want you to do. I guess those are really on there. I also got, I don't know if I told you, I got like 10 more switches in the mail, like a couple days after we shot.
So we have to build something else soon.
I guess so.
Or I'll rephrase that. You have to build something else soon.
We. You can say we. You painted.
That's true.
That was a big help to me. You painted the gauges. That was something I was procrastinating on so bad. Doesn't filmmaking look like fun? Don't you want to be a filmmaker? Don't do it. Actually do. I want to see what you make.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting to see DS2's directorial debut. Can't wait for that. Just has such different viewpoints
Mm-hmm.
and aesthetics. He wants like predator realness. He wants like masculine realness, and I'm anti that.
Predator realness. That was, by the way, you'll like this. There is a shot in Predator that immediately came to mind when you said, let's get some machine interior insert shots. And I think you'd like it. I think it's a good shot.
A shot from Predator that I would like?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the very end after the Predator blows himself up trying to kill Arnold. It cuts to like an interior of the helicopter that's coming to save Arnold, and it's like the shockwave. I guess you never see the helicopter wave or whatever, but it's all from the interior. But I guess the shockwave hit it and malfunctioned some things, and they like put it out with a fire extinguisher. But it's very desperate. It's very like desperate, like close shot, and it's always stuck with me as a from watching as a kid too. But I think it's one shot from Predator you would like.
I can say I don't remember that at all.
I think by that point, y'all were checked out.
I have to be honest with you.
That was about an hour and 45 minutes into the movie, so.
We had scratched our heads bald. Because you were like, y'all are gonna love this.
Oh yeah.
We were like,
That was one movie too that I suggested because it might help us get some grounding on day 7 because we watched it before we started shooting that. It's one of the, because there was like a series of movies we watched to just kind of think about it, I guess.
yeah.
And that was one I suggested.
It's your. This is along those same lines. We would play like Battlefront 2015, and we would play choose music to play while each one was playing it. And so I had my Giacchinos and all of that going, and you're like, one night you're like, okay, I got a soundtrack for us to listen to, and I'm like, great, let me put it on Spotify. Con Air, and it was like, okay, and so it was like electric guitars and.
Yep. But occasionally you have some nice stringed instruments, violins come in at certain
horns
touching
that
moments.
They're big, Michael Bay kind of sound.
Oh yeah.
Horns.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because we've known each other for so long. We've seen so many movies together, and we've loved so many movies together. But then there are these key movies where it just branches, where it's like, I don't fuck with that, or you don't fuck with that, and it's just like, and it catches us by surprise sometimes.
Oh yeah.
For different reasons, but. And you also said something about Predator, which was like, I don't know if you want me to say this, but I thought it was very moving, and it made me understand straight people a lot more. Where you said like you imagine like a Predator type viewing experience with your bros to be this certain way of like,
right,
and then there was me and DS3 like watching it, and it wasn't that. And that was just really fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we're gonna bond over the masculine, and like we could not bond over it. We just can't.
Watching a football game.
Right. This is like the table. And, well... Okay, this one has more paint on it, but it started with more paint, so that's fine. Not gonna say in that. So, what are we gonna do here?
Nice.
That was a little stronger than I intended. I gave it the old.
Speaking of Predator, that was a...
That was some Carl Weathers shit, wasn't it? Okay. I'm glad that Carl Weathers can be in Star Wars now, so I have a different Carl Weathers experience than you. We have a Happy Gilmore experience together, though. That we can agree on.
Sure. You know, I think we watched The Thing shortly after Predator, and I was worried because of y'all's reaction to Predator, that because The Thing is pretty damn masculine. It's an all-male cast, and you know.
Yeah,
but it's yeah.
It's like a criticism.
I know there's no posturing.
It's like, don't be these men because they're all going to die.
Right.
Yeah, The Thing. Okay, well, we can talk about those purple lights.
Yeah.
Y'all have seen The Thing. Incredible movie that has these, like, little lantern. What are they? They're just like these sort of marker lights.
The props were airline, like they used them on runways, airplane runways, I think. They were
cool.
Runway lights, but they were using
I was
them.
so obsessed with that. Like,
Yeah.
every time it showed up in a shot, I think I just went bananas. And so then it was like, well, that's part of the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I wrote off that thing. I'm fine with it. John Carpenter, like, he can do the masculine thing, but he has, like, he's not all in on it.
No, he does it. Mm-hmm.
So he, like, understands. Who directed the Predator, I mean?
John McTiernan. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's why. I'm John.
Mm-hmm.
John. No, John, no.
Hello, John.
Goodbye, John.
John, that hurt.
John, your movies hurt me. Not in a good way. Last Action Hero. Like Last Action Zero! That was so lame. Oh my god. I hate that. No. That was almost as lame as Last Action Hero is.
Uh-huh.
I understand it's satire. It's just not good satire. Look! Okay, I somehow made it more of a mess than we started with. That's okay. Now it can go in the garbage. And then I can start resetting before DS3 gets back in town, because I promised him he could park his car in the garage. Which I guess he could right now, but neither the car nor the garage would survive. So, anything else we need to do?
Let's do an accounting real quick. So just kind of, I want to see everything together
Great, yeah.
over there. And accounting. Okay.
It doesn't look like much when it's all just right there. But it is.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the pile here. DS3 was also thrilled that I took his egg drop soup cup that he keeps shredded Parmesan cheese in. He couldn't find it one day, and he was like, "Where's the cheese container?" And I was like, "It's out in the machine." So that you just did such a good impression of him. That was what it was. Well, great. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for joining us. I don't know what our practicals are going to be after this, because we've had such good... We wanted to be in production more when we're streaming, because it gives us more to do. It gives the structure some ebb and flow. But now we're going to be in post, so I might try to do a stream just while I'm editing. I probably can't. I can't show it. I think that would be... I mean, it's proprietary ultimately. DS Prime, who is our producer / the co-owner of our production company, which is Omega Pictures, she probably wouldn't want me live streaming the edit of our film. But I'm gonna try to work out something. Maybe I could just show hints of it or something. Well, I'll talk to DS2 and we're gonna figure it out. I want to thank DS2 for running camera and for helping me out. I happen to really like hanging out with DS2, and during a pandemic, it's no fun when I can't just pop over and see him. So it's cool when we get to be in the same room, which has happened a lot in the last few weeks. So I don't want to go through withdrawals. That's okay. Anyway, thanks, and yeah, I guess we'll catch you later. I'll let DS2 sign off and then hang up because DS3 last time hang up in the middle of her sign off. So we'll just let it have a beat before we do that. You want me to hold? Here, I'll
Sure.
switch
Yeah. Why don't you? All right. Signing off. Go watch Predator. Go watch The Thing, and give us your thoughts on those.
Or just the thing. Bye.